So do you feel like you are always creating designs behind the trends and you feel like you're playing catch up when it comes to you creating your designs? In today's video, I'm sharing with you how this simple graph can change the entire game for you when you're trying to create your designs, because the goal should be to get ahead of the peak, to get ahead of the curve, so you can start creating designs that will be trends in themselves. So in today's video, I share with you an easy way to access this graph and what this all means and how you can start creating designs that will be winning designs. I'm gonna share this all with you coming up next. All right, so the tool that we're going to look at today that will help us identify this graph that we really need is Everbee. Everbee is a fantastic tool that will help you do your product research as well as keyword research. And they really make it easy because you can access all this data right on Etsy itself. You can see how many searches are being performed every single month. You can see the data of sales and just the overall views of every product right here in the search bar. And when you click on the listing like we'll do today, you'll see additional data that will help you figure out which niche or which design style is worth your time. And so if you want to check out Everbee on your own, you can get started absolutely for free. Again, I'll make sure to leave all the details down in my description box below for you to try this out on your own for your Etsy business. All right, so here is Etsy, and we're searching up particularly the teacher shirts, because if we're preparing for a season like we're in now, back to school, we definitely want to see what are some things that are available for us. And when I go into this, you can already see some additional data that Everbee is giving us. If I search up this teacher shirt, we can see that teacher shirt for women here is getting about 668 searches per month. And again, this is just for that particular search term. If we were to look at teacher shirt funny, that's getting about 600 searches. And then teacher shirts just in general, that phrase in itself is getting over 2,000 searches. And so when you combine all of these different phrases and who the shirt is for and grade level, teacher shirts in general are being searched up a lot. But again, with Everbee tool, we're able to see that. Now, specifically, we can see popular nows and bestseller badges, which are always a good thing when you're trying to figure out what products to create. But Everbee goes a step further as they give you right on the screen here, there's additional data to see how many sales they receive, how many views they have, their conversion rate, and just how long this product has been around. So automatically you're able to see all of this data here that can be extremely helpful. Now, when it comes to certain products like this, that's obviously a bestseller and there's no sales according to Everbee right now, this is where going into their graph to see the sales velocity over the period of time of this product is going to be extremely helpful. Because again, if this product has only been around for a month and is gaining sales, we definitely want to see what is the wave of sales that they're gaining, because this could be a new upcoming trend we can already create and redesign and bring something new into this to get ahead of the major market. And so if I were to open up this product here, we can see from Everbee side is that it has sold about 41 products. And if you look at the time frame, it's only been around for just a short time, but we can see that it's definitely had a huge spike in sales around the month of May. Now, that's traditionally when school is out and teachers are going to school for the last day with their students. So it's typical to see a peak in the last day of school and definitely see a drop off in sales. But why this chart is important to me is because if I know they had an interest at the latter part of the school year, I know that there's a huge potential in regards to this being a top trending product for the new start of the school year. So I know this has gained sales and I can see their sales velocity over time. Definitely a peak when it comes down to the ending portion of the school year, and definitely going to increase even further. And here is another example of looking at this chart to understand where have these sales been made and what are some things we can actually learn from this and start incorporating ourselves. We can see the same type of track, right? All this data is being driven within the latter part of the month of May. Again, we can see the sales velocity in the last 30 days. We can back up a little bit further and see this as well, but we can see there is a clear dip in the ending part of May, again, which is to be seen at the end of school. But if it had consistent sales when school was in session, we know this is a huge potential just to increase in sales when school comes back around. So this is an opportunity for us to get ahead of the trend, to get ahead of the market and start implementing these things into our shop today. We can go back even further the last 3 months and see their sales as well. And even for this shirt here that has only been around just for a short time, we can see again it has no sales between the ending part of May, but we do see this picking up with sales. Again, we're not at the peak because we're not even in the back to school season right now. We're still currently in the summertime. But if you can see here, even this product is picking back up with sales in the first part of June. So this tells me, according to this graph, is that if this product has done well in the past and is gaining sales within this short time in the last couple of days, we know when it comes down to peak season, this is going to do extremely well. This is a top trending product that's going to make hundreds, if not thousands of sales. And we can actually get ahead of the trend and start learning from this and incorporating similar things into our shop. So again, this graph is huge, right? Because if we just saw the number of the bestsellers badge, Etsy even tells us that the bestseller takes into account the sales history over the past 6 months. It doesn't really tell us what's happening in the last 30 days. It definitely doesn't tell us what's happening in regards to the peaks and valleys in regards to sales. But when we jump into Everbee, go down a little bit further and see this track of trend, we're able to see, man, if they gain sales at the end of the year and their sales are picking back up in the beginning part of June, there's something about this product that's already piquing interest with people. And I need to learn from this, incorporate this into a unique way into my products and sell something similar. Now, here is another example of this for a product that has been around for a long time. Again, this is why I say understanding what has worked in the past can help us get ahead of the trend and even create new trends, because we can see what has worked in the past and what can work now. Just as a side note, I would not necessarily create things with smiley faces because that can definitely be a trademark infringement, but I am using this as an example, as we can see that in the past, this product has done extremely well. We can see with the trend chart here in the beginning part of August, it seems like this particular product here peaked between the time of August 25th last year and right up to the time of October. Then it dipped off and maybe made some sales for Thanksgiving time and Christmas as well. But we can see there's definitely a huge peak in regards to this product with sales between the time of August 25th and the first part of October. And so again, I'm not really concerned about it dipping in sales here because this is where most of the back to school sales are made. And again, I can see that the sales for this began probably when it just released in August, but just imagine what could they have gained in regards to sales if they prepared in June, start getting their products up for July, and they were already consistently making sales in the part of June and July before they even got to August. So this is how I look at this data. I look and see how were these products making sales, where did they gain the most of their sales in regards to the lifetime of the listing. And again, if they're not really gaining sales here, that's totally fine because I know that the peak time of them gaining sales is within this time frame that we discussed already. So again, there's a lot of data to learn from when you are looking at these trending reports and this history in regards to sales. There's a lot you can incorporate with your designs and definitely have a better understanding in regards to what you can expect in regards to sales and what type of products you need to start focusing on now that could be extremely helpful for you to gain sales as well. So looking at that graph can truly change the whole game for you if you feel like you are always in the catch up with your designs. Now, if you're new to selling on Etsy and you're not sure how to create products that are worthy to get sold online, I have created my step-by-step guide to Etsy sales. This is my step-by-step process of how I was able to gain daily consistent sales on Etsy. And I share with you over 20 pages of practical strategies you can use right now, as well as 4 exclusive videos that would take you even further to know how to gain sales online with Etsy. If you want to get access to my free guide, simply put in the comment section below the word sales, and I'll be happy to send this over to you today. Now, check out this next video here where I share with you another top strategy you should do to start making sales online with Etsy. Click this next video here and subscribe to my channel to learn more. As always, my friends, my name is Jay, and I'll see you in the next video.